Enerplan exists since 25 years now. We're working for solar development, also solar thermal and PV. And PV development, it's a new sector in France. We represent the French solar branch. We work for the structure of the solar energy sector and to develop the demand. So that's finished for the presentation of Enerplan. The French PV market is really a new market because we start in 2006 with a new feed-in tariff. Because just before 2006, it was not a feed-in tariff, it was only a PT. So for the first time, more than 10 megawatt was installed in France in 2006. It was more than the expectation before of the professional, but we have new target now. In 2007, the number of applications for the feed-in tariff was 45 megawatt in total. And for this year, the forecast is between 120 and 150 for the total in France, so mainland and overseas department. So we can show that we have not the same scale of Spain or Italy, but it's a concrete market. It's not a market of paper. So it is really new, interesting. It's more or less scoop for you. It is a presentation of the French market region by region in France. It will be published in a survey during September. And you can see that not only the south will develop the market, also in Languedoc-Roussillon, I think it was in 2007, the main market with more than 7 megawatt only for one region. You can see that Nord-Pas-de-Calais, it's the north region, more than 2 megawatt, 0.5. It's more than Provençal Côte d'Azur, where we have more sun. So the market, it's really, with the regional dispatching, it's not only a condition, sunny condition, it's a more complex framework for the market. So you have, in 2007, the market was in an application for feed-in tariff, 32 in mainland France, and 16 in overseas department, so Réunion and Antilles. So the official framework to develop the PV in France, we have a base feed-in tariff for the mainland, little bit more than 31 cents per euro per kilowatts. And we have a bonus for the building integration, more than 25 cents of euro per kilowatt. So at the end, for BIPV, it's really interesting with a very high feed-in tariff. For in 2007, in 2008, it was 67.2 cents per kilowatt. In Corsica, in overseas, the base feed-in tariff is better than in the mainland because we have 41, and the bonus for the building integration is less. But at the end, you have the same figure for the feed-in tariff with BIPV. So for the official framework, we have not only feed-in tariff. We have also tax reduction of 50% for private investor. For the principal house, with a limitation of the amount, but at the end, it's not so bad. We have also exceptional depreciation on 1 year for company investment on PV, and we have specific taxation on PV for agriculture sector. So I think everything we are dreaming, and we are thinking that France is paradise for the development of PV. But we have big limitation, actually, and this limitation is coming from the past. In 2005, when we have the new law of energy, the politician decides that PV will be not really well developed. So the cap was really serious. 160 megawatt in cumulative for 2010. So you can see that with the market of last year and this year, we are higher than this level. And 500 megawatt in 2015. So it is an actual official cap. And when we are higher of this cap, the government can decide to have a new feed-in tariff or to stop the feed-in tariff. You need to think that it was a period where the states and also the administration was not so in favor about renewable energy. We have a strong state, really in favor of nuclear power, so it's still to be difficult to develop renewable energy, and particularly renewable electricity, or in competition. So we have it's not so easy. But now, with discussion of with the new directive of 25 in 2020, we have a new target. It's not official target, it's official target in the law, but it is the conclusion of the Grenelle de l'Environnement. It was a big discussion last year with the government and all the civil society and the professional. The new target actually is in cumulative 1,100 megawatt for 2012 and 5.4 gigawatt in 2020. It's not so big, but it's really huge than the previous cap. So we are now waiting for this official figure that it will be put in the law. It should be better for us in the framework of the application of the new directive. So normally this directive should be adopted with the French presidencies, hopefully, if we don't try to sell so much of nuclear power plants. So it was the official target of the states, actually, but for the professional, we have another roadmap, more ambitious than that before. It is a conservative roadmap, actually. That we are thinking that if you have a big program to, with more requirement for energy efficiency for the new building, residential and tertiary, also if you have a big plan for renovation of the existing building, you should put PV not everywhere, but a lot. So we are working on it, and what is the expectation? It should be to have a market of 500 megawatt per year in 2013, and to have 1 gigawatt per year between 2018 or 19, with the cumulative will be 8 gigawatt installed in 2020. That's a conservative roadmap, but it's not so bad at the end. When we saw we are more or less near zero at this time. So it will be really big. But we have also an optimist professional roadmap. We're working on it this summer. The idea, if you have really, we are very close to the building sector for the new construction and also for all the work for the renovation. Perhaps you could have 1 gigawatt in 2013 with a cumulative of 3 gigawatt at the same date. And the market for 2020 could be 2 gigawatt per year with a cumulative of 13 gigawatt. So between the conservative roadmap and the optimist roadmap, perhaps the through will be, and surely it should be more than the official next cap of the government. So why we are so optimistic in France? Because PV is considered like an energy solution at the local, for the local demand, and also for the building, which is really interesting. So we have future thermal regulation apply in 2010 with to be more efficient. We have also new thermal regulation in 2012. It will be really the big steps, the big milestone. The idea should be to have a new building with a consumption less than 50 kilowatts per square meter and per year for all. Also for the heating, but also for the consumption of electricity specific. So PV will be as a standard for the new building sector and also for positive building. If you want to have a building that will produce more energy than the consumption, you need to have PV. You cannot do without. And also, we should have a thermal regulation for the existing building. So it's attend for the next couple of years. So we'll have a greater use of PV equipment for the existing and refurbishing. So that's the main perspective for the development of the PV in France will be for the residential and tertiary, residential individual and collective. So in France until now, perhaps it will be changed in the future, but until now, BIPV, it's the main condition to develop the PV sector. Perhaps you could have a ground-mounted system in the south or overseas in Corsica, but if you want to develop a PV system for the residential sector, you need to use BIPV actually.